What's up, guys? My name is Rome himself. I'm a competitive player, esports commentator, tournament host, and content creator for fighting games, mostly known for SNK titles. While I'm sure some of you may already know that, there's quite a bit of you that don't. And that's exactly why we're here today, because what if I told you that there was others just like me? Others just as passionate as myself, if not maybe even more passionate about SNK games. And we're going to sit down with all of them. From tournament players, to commentators, to artists, to event organizers, to lore enthusiasts, to legacy players, to unsung heroes, hell, even the people who work for SNK. All so we can get to know our fellow community members even more and find out their origin stories and put a spotlight on the amazing work that they do for the games that we all have come to love. This is 15 Minutes of Flame.
Get ready, fighters! A Rome himself production is coming your way!
Welcome back, everybody. It is 15 Minutes of Flame. We are here yet again, and I have a very special guest for you guys today. This guy has many talents, man. A very, very cool artist. Give it up, guys. It's RaitoADV. Woo! Yeah!
Yo,
what's up, man?
Nothing. This is the first interview I actually have ever, so I'm kind of nervous, not gonna lie.
Hey, man, how they say tranquilo, tranquilo, no nerves here, man. We're all cool. I'm really glad you're here. You know, I'm glad you accepted this invite to be on here, and I think you have a cool, you have a cool vibe about you. Since I've kind of known you on the Twitters, right? I feel like you have a cool vibe. You're a meme lord, shit post at times, which I can definitely agree with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's get that origin story. So tell me, man, what was some of your origins playing fighting games growing up and stuff like that?
So I actually started playing fighting games seriously when I got in high school. Like I've had some long history with them, but I've never actually played them until very late in my life. Mm-hmm. For starters, I played KOF. No, not played. I knew about KOF when I was 8. It was a local thing around my city. Everybody used to play KOF 2002. And I always liked that game, but I never had the skill to play it. Then I got into high school and I got to play more fighting games because there was an arcade right in front of my school. And
in front of your school? What?
Yeah, in front of my school. It was like an arcade and like how do you call this, a print shop. It was a mix between the two, and people usually went there when they had free time in their day, so there was a lot of people playing KOF there. That's when I got serious and I started training, and then I also met a friend that was interested in KOF but has never played it or knew about it, and I teach him how to play KOF, and I wouldn't say he's currently active, but yeah, he usually sits down and plays in parties.
What's his tag? Do we know his tag? Or
I don't think he has a tag. He only plays locally.
Okay. So first off, I gotta dial it back a bit because, man, an arcade in front of your school, yeah. I know I could not have that. Rome himself would not have graduated high school. I'm telling you guys that right now, which is probably a very bad thing. Probably wouldn't have finished high school if there was an arcade directly across from my high school. That's crazy. But I hear, especially where you're from. Wait, can you let everybody know where you're from? Because I know where you're from.
Oh, by the way, I am from Mexico. Sonora,
there it is.
Mexico, actually. Yeah.
So I've heard something about Mexico, right? And how this is game, KOF, and how it's pretty massive out there. And how and just how big it is like a part of the culture. So like that doesn't surprise me too much that like you guys have had like a strong scene, even across the street from your school. There's people that would frequent the arcade, like you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. So so you know what? With that, that's your introduction to KOF, right? As a whole, you would say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So move on a little bit. I know you for the artwork you make. You do a lot of really cool stuff on Twitter, and I just wanted to ask, like, the type of artwork. What do you usually make?
I like to do pixel art. and digital art, but I'm mostly a pixel art guy. It's a passion of me I've been having since middle school, I'd say. And yeah, that's pretty much the kind of art I do. If we want to get more technical, I also do music and
Yeah, I want to talk about that later on. Yeah.
I'm mostly not a pixel artist. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of your work. Like it's very much like when I see it, it reminds me of KOF 2003. Just how that pixel art is done. And I've seen some of your, the stuff you've commissioned on your portfolio. And it's really, really well done stuff. It almost looks like it's like official license stuff. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense, like it's a part of the game. So, and with that, actually, do you remember like the first SNK piece you've ever worked on?
In general, no, but I think I can recall the first thing I posted on Twitter, SNK related. I think it was a sprite of Kim, like doing his real bout stance. The one where he's in
the
the
back turn, yeah. That's a weird. That's a weird one. I never really was a fan of that, even though I like the real bout games. Yeah,
I actually like that one a lot.
Ooh.
I don't know if I could say I like it more than 2002's onward, but maybe
2002 is a little. I don't know. Those pants throw me off a bit. Like, I know everyone likes it, but those pants kind of it's so out of place compared to everyone else.
Especially when you're going through another animation, like suddenly the pants lose details. So yeah,
for sure. But that's cool though. That was your first. So that was your first SNK piece.
Yeah.
So speaking of SNK, we talked about your art. So far, just some of the stuff you've created. Do you have an official piece of SNK that you like? Maybe like the artist. I mean, I know everyone loves Shinkiro. There's I think it's Ogura. I think I'm saying I might be mispronouncing. I'm sorry. I'm not really good at Japanese, guys. But do you have any official SNK artists that you like? That really like, that stands out to you, or maybe some of the pieces that have been made.
I mean, besides the obvious Shinkiro, I'm also a fan of Ogura's art. There's something about it. I can't describe it exactly, but he captures a lot of detail. Like, it doesn't feel samey. Like, every art he does, it feels like every character has his own things, or their own things, I mean. And he also has a lot of styles, like that thing he did in Neo Geo Battle Coliseum when it came out.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say Ogura's is my favorite. As for a piece of art he did, that one of KOF 13 with the DLC characters, like Kyo with the fist in front. And Yori with the flames.
That was good. And then Mr. Karate with the hands out and everything. Yeah.
I like that one a lot. Good.
You know what's funny? He's not my favorite SNK artist. I think it's gonna go to Shinkiro just because like I associate like so much of the 90s SNK with Shinkiro, which I'm sure a lot of people do. But one of my favorite pieces from SNK art, it's not even technically a KOF game. It's SNK vs Capcom when he did Violent Ken. With the afro. Oh, I know that's like not real, but like, man, I wish Violent Ken just had like a poofy white afro. It'd be so sick.
I actually don't mind the afro. It looks very good on game.
I thought so too. And then you play the game and he has the regular hair. I'm like,
it's kind of lame.
I always thought that was a really sick piece. So we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, when you mentioned Kim and how you did some sprite work based on the real bout. So I wanted to ask you, again, you have that keen eye, you're an artist, you can see the detailing, you can see everything that my normal eyes can't see. Out of all the games, the SNK games, or just fighting games in general, which fighting game you think has like the best art style in terms of like, the pixel arts or the color or whatever, the saturation? I don't know. You would know better than me.
This is actually a hard question. Like, if we're talking SNK, it's between KOF 11 and maybe one of the real blood games, maybe Special.
Okay.
I feel both games capture a lot of detail very well, especially 11. Like, have you seen? What's their name? The sub boss before Magaki. Shion.
Yeah, Shion.
Have you seen her? Their animations. My bad on that. I'm not used to pronouncing English. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It looks so sick, like so fluid, so detailed. Like, yeah. And or Hayate's sprite, for example. As for real bout special, I don't know. I like the proportions of the characters. Like, you can tell when someone's very buff or has speed on their sprites. But yeah, I'd say it's between those two. Now, if we're talking fighting games in general, I think the obvious answer is Street Fighter 3. But yeah, that just hurt. I don't need an explanation for that. It's Street Fighter 3.
3 is Street Fighter 3 is ridiculous. It is one of the best. But I do agree with you as well on the on Real Bout. Like, Real Bout is big. Like, the sprites are very very big in detail. Like, the stage art is really cool. Like, I think Real Bout is definitely one of the more underrated games. But I think it's just a passage of time thing. Because it's just, it's so 90s. But yeah, that's cool. I definitely see where you're going with that. So yeah, you talked about this again a little bit earlier, but you do make music, right?
Yeah, occasionally, but yeah.
Okay. So this is how I met you. Well, knew of you.
Really?
There was a song that you created. It's called Resident Objects. It's actually an original song from KOF 15, but you, Mr. RaitoADV, decided to make a version based off of how it would sound if it was in KOF 2003. And let me tell you, dude, I like Resident Objects, but your version, I end up using it a lot when I'm streaming. If I'm like, if I'm just playing KOF and I have like a song request on, I'll throw it in there myself to hear it. Sometimes I've used it as an intro to my stream. I think it's really cool, and yeah, I just wanted to get your just the inner workings of how does that come together, like creating music, like that's because I know that's hard, obviously, but like how does that come about?
Honestly, I don't think I will be able to answer that because it's something that just happens. Like, sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm the mood to do some music, and I just do it. But it's very rarely when I do it. That's why I don't upload a lot in my channel, because in fact, I actually have a lot of discarded projects in my computer that I haven't posted. Like 12 maybe?
Wow, okay.
20? Yeah. And I have also done music that is completely finished, but it's for private use. For example, one person asked me to do a remix of Trash Hit, but in 2003 style. And I really want to share that one, but the user didn't want me to do so. Oops.
Oh man, I love Trash Hat. I'm sitting here like I'm over here going crazy. I'm like, I want to hear that, man. Hey, whoever you are, free them rights. Let Raito be free. No, I'm just kidding. But I would like to hear that, And man, so you have unreleased projects, and that's something you hear, from musicians in general. Like, they're just always creating music. They always have a lot of stuff in the vault. So that puts you in that same category, right? Like, you just have music. Even if you don't post a lot, you have some music where you're just kind of holding on to, right? Yeah, and then you say you just kind of wake up and it's like, oh, I'll make music today. That's cool. Because I figured, I'm like, man, it's got to be hard to be creative on that end. But from what I've seen from you already, in all of your aspects, whether it's the music, whether it's the artwork you create, the pixel art, and even what we'll talk about in a little bit, I feel like you kind of knock it out of the park. Like, you do a really, really good job, and I just wanted to tell you I'm a fan especially of Resident Objects. I'm a huge fan of that, and I just remember seeing it on YouTube and seeing you, and I think I left a comment on the video, and this is, like I said, before we kind of even spoke on Twitter or anything, and I was like, man, this is ridiculous, and like I was even using it as like workout music, dude. Like, it was very impressive.
Thank you.
Anytime, man, anytime. So let's go back a little bit to KOF 2002. In this particular case, 2002 Unlimited Match, which is the remake for 2002, right? That's the updated one, more characters, different UI, you know, stuff like that. You worked on the official Spanish translation.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did that come about? Can you tell me about that?
So, about that one, I helped with the win quotes, like adapting them, and one of my friends, Gios, suddenly DM'd me asking me, "Hey, you that you know some words of Japanese? No, wait, no, that's not how I said. I know Japanese a bit. I took classes, but I wouldn't say I'm fluent. But Gios came to me like, hey, you know a bit of Japanese. How would you adapt this?" And I gave him a long text explaining that. And then I just put two and two together. Wait a minute. Are you doing a localization project? Yeah. And he told me, yeah, actually, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say this, but it's a KOF one. I don't know if you will be interested to be part in it. And I was like, hell yeah, of course I want to be. Like, I didn't doubt it. And yeah, I helped with it. I was in charge of that. I also made some graphics edits for like Spanish text and things like that. And it was a team of 5, I believe. It was one of the people in there was KBR, Kimble River.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me, Gios, a user named Hiryu, like Strider Hiryu, and who was the other one? I feel so bad for forgetting, but yeah, we were 5 if I remember correctly, and there was also a member of SNK that does the Spanish localizations with. I'm not sure if I can say who it is because I don't think they like to be on the spotlight. But yeah,
so good.
We were supervised by them. Yeah. And yeah, we put together the thing. I think it released on February, if I remember correctly. Or January. I don't remember well. It's been a long time. And yeah. And I also got a free copy of 15 because of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that actually answers my second question, because I was going to say, was this around the rollback update of O2UM or the original release of O2UM?
I think it was after the rollback update.
It's after. So this was about roughly a year or two ago, around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
More so. Yeah.
I think O2UM got rolled back during COVID. So yeah, it was definitely around that at that time. But that's cool. It's funny how Gios was like, "Hey, can you translate Dweebenheimer into Spanish? Can you translate that's the pepper, that's the stuff? Can you translate that?" And you're like, "Wait a minute." He just asked me to translate all these win codes. That's pretty funny. It's like like, "Hey man, can I copy your homework?" You know, it's like, "Sure, just make sure to change it up a bit."
Yeah.
So have you been to any major tournaments, any regional tournaments or anything like that?
I don't think so. I think the biggest tournament I've been at the moment, it's a convention tournament, but I don't know if that counts as big.
Oh, that could count. Describe it. That could count, yeah.
It's called AnimeCon, and we usually gather people from Sonora in that tournament. It actually happened last month on December, and we only had a KOF 15 tournament for that, no other FGs, and people from like, do you recognize Go Paco?
I know there's 2 Pacos. Go Paco, I know that name because I've seen them in like online tournaments like TNS and stuff. Yeah, but I don't know them. I know the other Paco though, the Luang player.
I think he was on the top 8 of the regional bouts in Latin America. But yeah, he was part of that tournament. I don't know if he won that one, but yeah, he was there. And other community members there. But yeah, I haven't been on big events. I haven't went to like Thunderstruck or Evo.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really hoping to go to Evo this year.
Oh, that would be great. I would like to
Hopefully.
see you. I'm planning on going to my second Evo as well, so it would be great. What about the Challenger? I know that's
Yeah.
another tournament that takes place. I think it's in Tijuana, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, what?
You ever heard of the Challenger?
I've never heard of that one. What?
No way. So there's a tournament that takes place. Chat, don't quote me, but I think it's Tijuana, Mexico. But it could just be Mexico. I'm not sure. It takes place usually before Evo, and they did it last year where it was called the Challenger. And basically, all the really strong players who flew out of the country, like from Korea and from Japan, that came over here, they flew here a week early. And they went down to Mexico. They went to the Challenger. So the Challenger was just like Mexico's top players versus like whoever was coming from out of town. And it was very exciting. It was, put it like this, it was Evo brackets, but without the filler. You know what I mean?
I think I remember reading about something like that, like Korean players in Mexico.
Yep, that's probably what it was. So it takes place before Evo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm planning on going, like, so one of my goals this year is to visit Mexico for the first time, and I'm planning on going there and then directly going to Evo after, since it's not, you know, it's not too far, Vegas to Mexico. It's a lot closer than New York, that is. So but yeah, I mean, it would be great to see you there. What about locals? Have you attended, do you guys have any locals or anything like that?
Not really. At most we have a yearly event called what's the name? I forgot about the goddamn name. Well, it's an event we do in a nearby city, but I think it's dying down slowly because it's usually the same people going, like not a lot of new faces, which is kind of sad actually. But yeah, it's not like the FGC isn't very big here in my city. I don't know about nearby cities, but in this one at least it's not. So
that's interesting. That's wow. Because again, you know, me being from East Coast, specifically New York, we've always hear about how big KOF is in Mexico, but I didn't think that there was pockets of Mexico that didn't have as many players. That's interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, Sonora's actually lacking on that, if I remember.
But you know,
yeah, kind of sad.
It is sad. You know, I wish there was a way for it to grow, but it's you know, I've noticed that it's just harder for things to manifest more. A lot of people have different priorities nowadays, and even taking time to go to your locals, it can be a little rough. I do think everyone should do it if they can, but I understand that it can be tiring, you know, if you work all day, if you have other priorities, you know, so I totally get it. You're young though, so like you're I would say you're at that like a good age, which is pretty interesting, because again, KOF is like mostly known as like an older person's game, right? Like they usually say like a lot of the, like I know a lot of the OGs in the scene that people have been around since the 90s, since playing it since 95 and so on and so forth. So it's always good to see, like, you know, you're 22, so it's good to see you supporting the scene, you know, even with what you do, you know, the artwork, the music, and now also what I want to talk about, another way you support the community, I think in a huge way. There was an event, an SNK Community Mayhem is what it was called.
KOF Community Mayhem.
KOF Community Mayhem.
Yeah.
That's the title. Let me get that correct. But I need you, Mr. RaitoADV. I need you to tell me the inner workings of this masterful event that you put on 2 times so far. But I need you to tell me the origins, how it came together, and just let everybody know what it's about.
Okay, so the history for this one is a bit strange. Me and a friend called SlickTrick64 were playing Fortnite. What? Yeah, that's how it starts. We were playing Fortnite and we were talking about stuff, and suddenly Slick came with the idea, hey, what if we do like an online event that's like a real life KOF, like 3 people fighting against another 3 people, like real life KOF basically, because of party mode. And I was like, dude, that's such a cool idea. We should do it. And I actually was going forward with the thing. I asked Slick if he wanted to be part of it, like the organization and thing, but he was like, nah, I think that's too much for me, and I just went forward. But yeah, basically that was Slick's idea. I didn't came up with it, so I was the one that put the thing together. So I had a lot of trouble making the name for the event because I originally wanted to call this something like the SNK influencer gathering or something like that. But I asked some members of SNK and other tier organizations, and they said me I can't put SNK on the name because it could mean it will be like legal trouble.
Yeah.
Because it will mean like if I'm an official SNK event, which I'm not. I'm just supported by them. And I had to change it to something like, what about KOF influencer? But it didn't sound right because the meme is SNK influencer.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how, but I just came up with the name KOF Community Mayhem. No, wait, I remember now why. It's because of the Maximum Impact series, the Maximum Impact Mayhem.
Wait, that's the other part of the name?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought it was just Maximum Impact.
Yeah, that's the name of the tournament in Lower.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I came with KOF Community Mayhem. And then it was on to inviting people. I just slide into DMs asking, hey, I'm doing this tournament if you want to join. A lot of people after the event was like, dude, you got this person? How? Like, they are like unreachable and things. And I'm like, dude, I just sent them a DM. Nothing special.
You know, people, I'm going to put this out real quick before you continue. People don't know a little DM could change everything. I've had moments myself where I'm like, oh, this person feels unapproachable. And then I'll just say, hey, next minute I know they're like, oh, what's up, man? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it was that easy, you know? Like, yeah, not everyone is, you know, like hard to reach. You know, there are people you can get out to. You just gotta, you know, shoot that shot. But that you did. You shot your shot. You hit up a bunch of people. And then, so the teams were like, how were the teams, I don't want to say formulated, but like, what was the goal for the teams that you had in mind?
My goal was to represent like many different parts of the KOF community, like artists, pool players, commentators, streamers, stuff like that. And honestly, the first event was kind of lacking on that, like variety, is it pronounced?
Variety,
yeah, that. Because I invited a lot of people, but because of time zone differences or schedule conflicts, they wouldn't be available. For example, I remember inviting Tansong and Helsig. I don't know if you know them.
I know of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted them to be part of the artist team, but they weren't available, sadly. Who else I invited? I invited Score in one of them, the Japanese player.
Oh, I love Score. That's one of my favorite players. Yeah.
But
I just did the hand thing behind the stream. You couldn't see it. Yeah.
He turned it down because of network concerns, which is totally valid. I don't blame him on that. And yeah, it was a lot of trial and error, mostly error, but I think it worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think especially the first one, you know, it's to do an event of that magnitude, and I'm gonna assume this was your first event running anyways, right? Like spearheading? Yeah.
So as big like that, yes.
Yeah. Yes. So to do an event at that magnitude, you know, it's online to wrangle all these, you know, content creators and personalities and players and artists and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure it's gonna feel like it's, you know, it's gonna be a little harder. It's gonna feel like, oh man, a little rough around the edges. But no, I think the first Community Mayhem definitely did a phenomenal job. The production, I think the commentary was good. I think for the most part it went well. I know there was some time constraint issues, but like other than that, I remember a lot of people were like, I want part of the next one. I want to get in, like that's so cool. I want to get a part of it, and then the next one happens, all right? Wait, by the way, you guys are looking at the champ right here, the first one. Team triple threat, you know what I'm saying? I gotta flex that real quick. Me, Coach Steve, and Anna Monk, you know what I'm saying?
You mean third place in the second one?
I mean, look, we're not. Anyways, about the second one. So yeah, what is this like? The second one's like what, 4 months later, right? I think.
Yeah, it was a season later actually.
Was a season? Yeah, right. Because we were doing the seasonal thing. So this one, this is like basically double, right? It's like double the entrance. We have a striker now, to the team, which is a cool concept. I like that. And then what was the thought process with going into this one?
The second one, not gonna lie, only happened because I was like, I want to do another one immediately. Like, I had so much fun, and I was like, dude, I literally came up with the logo the next day after the event was over.
I was waiting for
I was very impatient, and I wanted to get a lot more people. Originally, I wanted to get 16 teams, but almost half of them weren't available for the next one, so it had to be cut down to 12. And production values were higher, although I won't say values because they really didn't cost any money. So we got Frel for the commentary, Cookie, Denjin, and Passionate. And we got a lot of more people. We actually made a new team made by like the people choice team. Like people voted for these members, and we called them the 22 special team in reference to the 97 special team, which was made through votes. Yeah. And yeah, I feel the second one was overall better than the first one. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Like, it's not something very complex.
No, but it's I just really like that it happened, and like So a party mode tournament is something like I've been wanting to see. I've been wanting to see that for so long. We would have talks, and I'm sure you know about like Lunar Bout and everything, right?
Yeah, I know about Lunar Bout.
Yeah, we would have talks, at Lunar. I would talk with Monta at Lunar Phase, and he's the guy that he's the head of Lunar Phase, the branding, and me and him would kind of throw ideas around, like we want to do like an offline party mode, but it's not feasible, right? Because everyone would have to have their own controller, and it's like a logistical mess. But the fact that you're able to do it online because the rollback is really good for the most part. I was so happy to see you just take the reins and be able to get that. And then obviously the concept of having everyone, encompassing the entire scene, not just the tournament players, but every single person. I thought it was a great showing for us, and I'm sure SNK was watching. In fact, I believe they sponsored the event, right?
Yeah. And Kaiser was also there in the chat, I remember.
Hey, shout out to KK.
Yeah,
that was a good time. So now it begs the question: the year is 2023. Is there going to be a third Community Mayhem happening this year?
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
When? I don't exactly know. I'm waiting for the crossplay to be stable and finished before doing that, because I want to get more people besides PS4 players. Because another one of the reasons a lot of people turned down the event is because they only had the Steam version, and that actually hurt because I lost a lot of important people in there that I really wanted to see. But yeah, I'm waiting for the crossplay to be finished, and I'm also waiting for something else that I'm not sure if I can reveal right now, because it will be like. How do I say it without spilling the beans? Think of it as another special team, but without the voting. That's all I want to say.
Okay. So another special team, but they're already pre-selected.
I didn't say that, but yes.
Y'all heard it here first. He didn't say it. But
I just said
I can see
without
those
the
shades.
voting.
I can see through those shades. I can see your eyes. So, but that's cool. I'm glad to hear that there's going to be another one. I'm definitely down to be a part of it in any way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll have a link in the description actually, for that event if anybody want to see, because it was a great time. It was a lot of fun, and you know, I'm definitely looking forward to the next one that we have this year. So, KOF 15, it's almost a year old at this point. What is your thoughts on the current state of the game?
I'm really waiting for that balance patch so badly. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really tired of seeing Cronen versus Cronen finals. So, like, there's a lot of characters that need buffs, especially characters I main, like Kyo, for example. I feel it's not too bad, but it's not not the shadow of what it used to be, what he used to be. I mean, I miss that air down C so bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Freaking Air 2C just crossing you up with his ass. Yeah, I know. It's so tiny now, the hurt box. Yeah.
And slow, actually. Yeah.
So,
Oh, but yeah, I'm waiting for the balance patch. I'm also waiting for Shingo. Like, that's my top one wanted the DLC, and I'm very happy he made it in.
Yeah, a lot of people are really excited about Shingo. I mean, it's been a long time, right? This is the first game he's been in canonically since 11. 11 came out in what, 2006? 4?
It's 4, if I remember correctly.
Sheesh, that's
no, wait, no, not 4, 5. I mean,
yeah, even then, though.
Yeah,
even then, that's still roughly 20 years, right? Since he's been in a new game. He's been in a game canonically. So, wow, that's a long. I didn't even think of that, man. That's a long time. Yeah. So, I guess this leads into my next question, which is, you know, what do you want to see specifically in season 2?
Okay, this isn't about characters, but I really wish they gave some base roster characters more moves, like seasonal updates. For example, Rio is been lacking in moves since 13. Like, come on, give him the overhead move, the air one. Damn it. I can't play him without that. It's so cool. But yeah, I really want to see some characters get new moves. As for new characters I want to see in season 2, this is going to be a very weird one for me because I don't actually play her a lot, but I just like the character Hinako.
Oh, okay.
Sumo character.
Yeah.
It's one of those characters that just has me like Marge Simpson saying, I think she's neat. I mean, like, like, yeah. Another one I want to see so bad, Shenwu.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Dual as well to make like a team, but just Shenwu for now. And who else I think it will be a neat pick? I don't know, someone from the Maximum Impact games, like just for fun. Like maybe
that's what everyone has been saying. That I didn't realize the Maximum Impact characters were so beloved. I had no idea. Yeah,
maybe Alba Mayra will be cool.
Nah, throw Lee and Neville in there for obvious reasons.
Ah, come on.
Yeah,
nah. You already got me Janet for that. Come on.
Nah, she about to go. She about to get nerfed, so we ain't gonna ever see BJNA ever again. But I like it. That sounds good. That sounds promising. Some of those characters I have a feeling are definitely going to be in the game. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. My uncle from SNK texted me and told me that. So, but yeah, you know what? With that, we're gonna head into the Raijinkin round again. I'm such a genius for creating this. You get it? Lightning round. Raijinkin. Boom. There it is. So basically, I'm just gonna ask you a few things. You just think of the first thing that comes to your mind. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Favorite KOF character?
Robert Garcia.
Favorite KOF game?
22 UM.
Favorite KOF song?
Oh god, this one isn't easy.
Yeah, gotcha.
God damn it.
And you gotta be specific too. So I want the song and the version.
What's the name of the woman's theme in 2000? Come Up Smiling it was? No.
Oh, in 2000? Yes, it's Come Up Smiling, yeah.
I thought it was something. It had Smiling, I remember.
No, it's Come Up Smiling. And I fucking love that song, dude. That's your favorite song?
Yeah.
So I'm at the time of this recording, the one of the other episodes I've done, I'm not gonna say it just yet, but they also said a 2000 song. It wasn't that one. It was Inner Shade. But I love that we are so far 2 for 3 on 2000 songs.
It's because 2000 is so sick. Like, come on.
It's so good. It is.
Yeah.
And that's a great song. I love that song a lot too. That's probably my second favorite song next to Inner Shade on that album.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, create your ultimate KOF team. Now, just like the song, you take the character, but also give me the version of that character. So if you want to say 2000 Robert and 15 Cronin or whatever, you're feel free.
Okay, so 11K Dash. Just because of the air fireball, not gonna lie.
It's funny. Immediately in my mind, I went to the air fireball, and then Coolest little snowflake fireball as well.
Yeah. 13's base kill, the one with the fireball.
95 kill, basically.
Oh wait, no, actually, it scratches that one. 2002 Kusanagi will be better.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And 15 Robert. That will be my ultimate team.
15 Robert? Not even 2000 Robert?
Nah, 15 Robert. I'm not a fan of Charge Robert, to be honest.
Oh, I love Charge Robert.
I don't.
So we have 11K Dash.
Yes.
We have 2000 Kusanagi from 2002.
Specifically
UM.
Yes.
2002 UM. And then we have 15 Robert. I like it.
Yes.
That's solid team right there. Solid team you got. With that, Raito, I think it's nothing less for us to do. But let's hop into these matches. All right, everybody, we are back. And look what game we decided to play. We love the music so much. We decided to play some KOF 2000. Oh, there's that Hinako. Okay.
Ah, damn it.
Messed it up?
No, I think I picked the wrong striker, but...
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't believe you blocked that.
Good one.
OD guy. It feels good, even though, the difference in connection. It feels good. It feels fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, the classic Rio stance. How do you feel about this?
I'm actually... I used to not be a fan of it, but mostly for technical reasons. I don't like how he goes from that pose into like his auto fighting pose when he's walking.
Oh yeah,
it looks so weird.
It does look like they cut corners.
Yeah, but I'm used to it.
Ooh. Sheesh. Just slapping me up.
God damn it.
Yeah! All I hear is yeah! Ooh. I try to do something real cool. Yeah, this game has some really nice setups. Like the stuff you can do, it doesn't play like any other KOF game, I think.
Oh, let's cross up.
I can't believe that crossed up. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it is.
God damn it. Muy simple.
Yo, just punching her in the face. Oh, that was crazy.
That was so dirty. Yeah, that was so dirty. God.
Yeah, so I was like, let me just mash DP and then I'll just do assist to see. How do you feel about 2001?
Next question. Nah, just kidding. I don't know. It's a very strange game. I won't say the gameplay is bad. I just don't like the soundtrack, but
oh, the soundtrack is
it's not as bad as people say it is. Like, it's okay.
I would say it's very it's selective, right? The soundtrack, like it's almost like an acquired taste you have to listen to it.
A very bad one, but yeah.
Oh my god! The cross up from that angle? Wow!
Yeah,
I can't believe
I
that.
can't believe that word. Yeah. Oh wait,
big-
I just realized one character I forgot to mention. I wanted in the season 2. Kasumi will be cool.
Oh, yeah, I can see her.
Yeah.
Look, as long as she's not as fucked up as she is in OTUM, I'm good. Alright, now, for those watching at home that may not know about 2000, I'm going to show you why it's cheap. You have armor mode. And I can basically just mash through anything. Nice.
Yay! I did it. You wanna see the most annoying striker of all?
Oh yeah? What you got?
You'll see.
That doesn't look like what's his name? Seth?
Trust me, you'll notice later why. Look at your bar.
Oh, she stole my meter! What? I didn't know that's what she did!
Now you know. Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
the classic Clark, you know? Oh my god! That's so smart to do it after a knockdown. Ooh.
Fell for it. Ah!
I'm trying to see what Su'il does, but seems like even her, right? She could kind of benefit from getting that in 15.
Yeah. There goes your meter.
Jesus Christ! I was like, because I think I almost had max.
I tried to use Hero's Bait. Damn it.
Ooh, good DP.
Fall for it. Oof.
Wow, they gave me close. Nice. They
There
gave
we
me
go.
they gave me close C, but it was like still far. It was weird. Damn. That was so smart to do it in the throw animation.
Ah.
Woo.
Nice.
GG's. That was a
GG's,
good
man.
one. Dude, that was a lot of fun, man. 2000, I love that game. I could play it all the time. Admittedly enough, I don't practice it, but it's still a fun game. So thanks for those matches.
Yeah, no problem. I actually like playing 2000 once in a while, so
Yeah,
yeah.
it's cool, man. I hope you guys at home enjoyed it. But my man Raito, dude, where can the folks at home find you?
Okay, so All of my social media is RaitoADV, like Twitter, YouTube. If you need to find me somewhere, like watch my art or listen to my music, just search it like that, RaitoADV, like that basically.
Just like that. Yep. We'll have it
Yeah.
all in the description for everyone that could follow at home. But man, I really appreciate you coming on here at 15 Minutes of Flame. It was great having you, getting to know a little bit more about your past and about what you do. And yeah, man, that's all I got. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for the interview, actually.
Yeah, no problem. So guys, we'll see you next time on the next episode of 15 Minutes of Fame. But I'm Roll himself. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
That's all for now, fighters. But if you've enjoyed what you've seen, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow Rome's social media pages down below. Take care, see you next time, and most importantly, thank you for watching.